Productions.
Yo, everybody, what's good? It's your boy, Richard Ray, the host of the Richard Ray Uncensored Show, the show and the podcast that your friends and family members continue to talk about. Listen in, subscribe, love, like, and enjoy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Richard Ray Uncensored. Remember, it's the show that your friends keep talking about and the show you got to listen to see. Let's go. Come check it out. Shout out to my boy Ken with his Anderson .Paak beat. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it, but he surprises me every week. And I just hope that I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? This is my part of the show that I love doing. Well, I love the whole show, but So many people ask me why I'm not married. I don't know. But I know that I'm looking for love eventually. I'm looking for the nice house with the white picket fence, and that's all you're gonna get, and that is it. That's my little 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? I realized that I gotta start putting more emotion and more feeling and more accentuation on my voice. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the amazing, beautiful, illustrious, and glorious Mama King in the building. Hey. See, hold on. I gave her that nickname and she gonna run with it. So I'm just letting y'all know. If y'all know who Mama King is, we're gonna talk about Mama King right now. Mama King is an amazing individual that I have had the pleasure of knowing. I don't even know how long now. You know what I'm saying?
2014.
2014. Oh, yeah, because it was shortly after my son was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wow.
Yeah, 2014.
Almost 10?
Yeah.
Hey.
Almost 10 years.
That is crazy.
It's been a minute.
Wow, almost 10 years.
Well, you know
man.
what? I want to say 2013, because that's when I introduced Limu to my grandmother in 2013. So it has been 10 years. This year will make 10 years.
You're right.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Some of the relationships that you have just over the years just grows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've seen your journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the last 10 years, and it's been nothing short of amazing. Amazing mother. You know, you really encourage your children to be true to who they are.
Exactly.
You know, and really be expressive.
Yeah.
And yourself, you know what I'm saying? You've come
Yeah.
a long way in regards to just you personally, you know, and really just pursuing what you want to pursue.
Right.
And that's what I admire about you, right? Your energy is absolutely amazing. And if people haven't been around your energy, they're really missing out on a whole lot. Right.
Right.
So I'm gonna be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you say hello.
Yeah.
To the audience. You know what I'm saying? To everybody that's watching in and tuning in. So do your thing.
All right. Well, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Speak Volumes, Nicole. As you've heard, I also go by Mama King. Shout out to Rich, though. Listen, y'all, it's been a very, very, very long journey. I've had the pleasure of knowing this young man again since 2013, and I can definitely tell you that the highs have definitely been much greater than the lows, and to see you, you know, persevere and just cross over, not even step over the blocks, but cross over them. And continue to push. Like, I'm super duper proud of you for continuing to strive, man. Just shout out to Joe Johnson. But yeah. had to plug that in there real quick. But no, man, I'm super proud of you though, and I'm excited to be on the show. We had a conversation the other day, and I was like, "Hey, man, I need to be on the show," and here we are today.
Absolutely,
we're making it happen.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Just connecting and making it happen. And what's crazy is when I look back on your journey and my journey. Our journeys have been kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? Especially like just within the last 10 years, like the growth and the struggles that's beat us up and sometimes just kept us down, and we're trying to figure out like, man, how is it going to happen? Like when is it going to be my time?
Exactly.
When is it going to be my turn? And I remember, man, when I was driving for UPS, you remember when I seen you at that time? You know what I'm saying? I was like, Ash,
what you doing?
What you doing, boy? You know what I'm saying? So it was absolutely, and I know that point of your life was a really trying part of your life as well. But nonetheless, man, like I said, you have two amazing kids.
Yeah.
And one of the things that, one thing I didn't tell you before is, well, I think I told you this, but I'm going to let everybody else know this, is that although, we don't talk on a regular basis or whatever the case may be, I still see, I still see your journey. Yeah. I still see your posts and things like that on Facebook. And like, I've been watching you from a distance, not on no creepy shit, y'all. Just let you know, not on no stalker shit.
Listen.
But I've some of the things that you've done has inspired me to make some of the decisions that I've made.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you went to go get your PT certification, because what's crazy is, like I told you the other day, like it was a while, like before I saw that you got yours, I had already been thinking about getting mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And shortly after I seen that you got yours, I was like,
yeah, let me go ahead.
Let me go ahead and get mine. Let me stop playing. You know what I'm saying? But man, you you are one of the pieces of energy that people should grab onto, right? The reason why that is because whenever you make a move, right, it may seem like it's about you.
Right.
It's just about you. But if people know you, they'll know that the moves that you make are not just about you, right? So tell us a little bit about you, like, and a little bit about your story and some of the struggles that you've had to persevere in order to be able to come to the point of your life that you are now, in order to be able to love you like never before.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all, because that's just who I am. And I'm very, very transparent for a lot of people that don't know me. You just now getting to know me. Wow, I can just go back 16. That's where it all really started. Really, the age of 16, being put in positions of adulting. And really having to sacrifice at an early age. And I can even date back younger than that, actually 10, when my dad got custody of me. I was 10 years old. So at that age, to be separated from my mother due to, abusive things that was going on, just physical abuse, mental abuse, even at an early age, and it just carried on. And from 10 to 16, I was raised by my dad and my grandmother. The church foundation. That's when I learned leadership. I learned responsibility. Health came into a play at that particular age. Seeing my grandmother struggle. And just watching my dad take care of her, him out of 8 kids, being the baby out of 8. And I'm sitting here watching this man take care of his mother and missing parts of his own life. You know what I'm saying? So bring it on up, 16. I got rebellious. I was trying to figure out where mama at. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to be around her at that time, no matter what she was dealing with in her life. I just yearned that motherly love. And man, a lot of people don't know that I had to drop out of high school at 16. I was working 2 jobs, living in the Salvation Army in Arlington, Texas, going back and forth to school. I was going to Arlington High School at the time, but it just got too much for me. And I got tired of hiding. I got tired of telling the van to meet me at the Shell gas station. Don't pick me up in front of the school. You know what I'm saying? It was at an early age, I had to learn how to really, really be humble not even so much of the embarrassment, but just not wanting everybody just to just be in your business like that. Just I learned how to be very protective of my what was going on in my life. And in some ways it helped me, some ways it hindered me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I feel like looking back now, I feel like had I spoken up back then, or actually told a teacher, or told somebody what I was really dealing with, that I may have probably could have finished high school. But you just have to play the cards that you dealt with.
Absolutely.
And you just continue to push and strive. And had my first child at 19. I was 19 when I had B. He's 13 years old now. And that's when I had to really just say, all right, it ain't about you no more.
Absolutely.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do now? Are you going to sit around for a pity party, or you just going to step on up? You've been doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Now you just got somebody to really take care of other than yourself.
Yeah.
So even then, I started losing people, friendships, close relationships with cousins. And when you growing up on this, I got to. I got to make a whole mindset change. It started way back then.
Absolutely, yeah.
It ain't just start the past 5 years. My mindset had to change in 2008 going to 2009.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, there's just been a lot of different things that have shaped and molded me into becoming the person that I am now. Like there's stories for days, but shout out to Charles W. Bush. We actually about to get ready to do a project. So I'll share as much as I want to here, but I'm definitely doing a documentary. So I'll be dating back even then, going back to old schools, going back to my old church, just tapping into the depths and the core of who I am. So y'all be looking out for irreplaceable flaws, okay? Family Life, A World of Sin. Yeah, it's gonna be a real good, a real tearjerker. I'm excited for that, just to put it all out there on the table. I'm talking about real, real issues, different daddy issues, mama issues, family secrets, like the whole nine. But coming into the woman that I am now, after passing through that childhood, teenage years, getting into being a mother, dealing with domestic violence. There's just so much that I could just touch on, but I won't have enough time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But looking back, I don't regret anything that I've had to go through.
Absolutely.
I don't. I take it as a grain of salt, and I just sprinkle it on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? I just continue to add flavor to whatever was supposed to be bitter in my life, and I just keep going. Like I just look for another. I like that. Yeah, just got a grain of salt, just sprinkle it on. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit in what was supposed to drown you, what was supposed to take even your last breath there sometimes. And I've just learned to just, step it up.
That's it.
Step it up. Use that weight that was supposed to hold you down to elevate you. You feel what I'm saying? Absolutely. And that's what I've done. Even the transition into, personal training that you mentioned. Like, that's my therapy. Yeah. I put everything out in the gym. I can be smiling left or right, but deep down, I'm getting something off my chest.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm getting something off of my chest, but that's my life now. I'm just taking everything for what it is and putting everything into perspective now. Yeah. Like I told you the other day, this is the season of letting go. From family, foes, friends, whatever it is. If it's not serving my life's purpose, I can't have you around.
Absolutely.
And I will not acknowledge anything or anyone that doesn't bring peace to my life. I won't.
That's it. And that's what it's about, man. It's like when you start walking into a certain energy, like people always want to keep you and remind you and continuously repeat to you how you used to be.
Right.
Right. But I know this saying, this quote says, what got you here won't get you to the next level.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But how I finished that was, what got you here won't get you to the next level, but it will keep you in the same place.
It will.
right? And a lot of people, they try to hold on to the old them in hopes to get to the new them. But if you're trying to get to the new you got to let go of the old you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you got to forget where you come from.
Right.
Because again, where you come from is that salt that you season on your future situations to make it taste better.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So people got to understand everybody cannot go with you. Right? But if you allow your past to be a hindrance instead of elevation, your past should be steps that you take to get to the next level.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But so many people try to rebuild on the debris of the renovation that they're starting. Right? Because last show I said in pursuit of growth, prosperity, whatever the case may be, you have to demolish, you have to take down. But before you can start building a new foundation, you got to clear out the debris. And what people tend to start doing is they don't clear out the debris. They try to build on top of what they've left behind. Yeah. But you can't do that. You got to
build on broken pieces.
Remove it. You can't.
You can't build on broken pieces. That's just like those saying, you got to sweep the dust off your own front porch.
Absolutely.
You got to. You got to completely. You have to complete. And one thing about it is you have to be. How can I put this respectfully? Okay, you have to be willing to just say, okay, I can't do this anymore. The way how I've been doing things, I can't do this like this anymore. You have to be willing to step outside of yourself. Yeah. Because we are our own worst enemies.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just like healing. You can't go from one relationship to the next if you haven't even done the work inside. Absolutely. And like this season in my life is just right now I'm being selfish. Yeah. Because it's about Ashley Nicole now. I've given and given and given to so many people, from jobs to family to relationships. And now it's just like, all that love that I had to pour out, I'm pouring it right on back in. I'm going to fill my own cup up. And if I have enough to spill over, then I'll get it on to the next person. Absolutely. But I've been so genuine, been so kind-hearted for so long. It's just, it's embedded in my spirit. It's who I am. Yeah. But I had to also learn to stop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Being quiet. I paused silent for a minute because that's what I did for a long time. Yeah. I see everybody, what you need? All right. I'm the connector. You just got to plug it in. But now I'm coming from behind the scenes. Yeah. And I've swept that dirt off my own front porch. I've realized that I can't keep building on broken pieces. I have to just surrender and say, all right, God, it's your turn. I can't do it. Exactly. My way not working, so I'm going to go ahead and allow you to step in, and I'm just going to go ahead and flow with you. Exactly. You got to. You got to. You keep going in circles trying to do the same thing over and over.
That is insanity. That's insanity. The thing is, you have to, at some point, you have to be selfish to the point to where you can be selfless. Right? You have to. Right? Because at some point, you have to be able to, if you're trying, how can you feed something if you have nothing to give? Right. Right? You can't. Right. You can't, because eventually the bag, the cup, whatever it is that you are made of gets poured out. Yeah. And at some point, because if you're not properly plugged in or placed in the right refilling station, right? What ends up happening is you just run dry. Yeah. Right? And now you tend not to have the right infrastructure for where you're trying to go, right? It's like, do you like with these electric cars nowadays? Like California done said, "Hey, you got to stop buying electric cars because we don't have the infrastructure to be able to for everybody to use these." Right. And so the reality is the fact that where are you going to go in order to make sure where you're plugged into is going to be the right source? And so many people. That's good. So many people are so busy trying to be plugged into a source that doesn't even exist. Yeah. Right? It's like plugging yourself into a wall that has no electrical wires behind it. Right. what are you plugging into? Nothing but a hole. And if you try too much, the hole is gonna get bigger.
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
So the reality of it is, man, I think that if people if people get out of their own way and but start believing and knowing, well, hey, I can't plug myself into me.
Yeah.
I can't be my own source of the energy that I need.
Right.
Because you gotta either meditate into the universe that you believe in.
Yeah.
You gotta pray to the God that you say you believe in, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to be plugged into something that's true to you. Mm-hmm. You have to. And in order for you to do that, sometimes you have to negate what you've been taught. Mm-hmm. You have to step away from the traditions that you've been given, right? You can't.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if what your parents did didn't work for them, what makes you think it's going to work for you?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's if you went to the same old church that your great grandparents went to, and it's falling apart, and nobody is going, what you still going to that church for? Mm-hmm. God may still be in the midst, but God needs you to move on to go somewhere else.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? Because where you start.
You got to go where you fed.
Exactly. You got to go where you fed. Yeah. But so many people try to have where they start be their finishing place. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It will be your finishing place because it's going to kill you.
Exactly.
But in order for you to get to where you want to go, you cannot stay where you started.
Exactly.
You have to go where you're fed, right? Mm-hmm. So when you get fed, you can get full.
Exactly.
And when you can get full, you got energy. When you get fed, you got energy.
Exactly.
When you get full, you have plenty of energy to overflow. You got plenty of energy to give to somebody else.
That's it.
You just have to.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
But again, you got to realize where you're starting, where you're supposed to finish. And you got to let go of some of the people that are trying to still grab onto you, right? Mm-hmm. Because those friends and family members that are not having that same conversation that you're having because they're thinking, oh, what you're doing is impossible.
Right.
It's impossible for you, but not for me.
Right.
And that's the mentality you got to have because your dreams got to be big enough for it to seem insane to somebody else.
Yeah, most
but
definitely.
The right people that believe in you, guess what?
Yeah.
They're going to boost you.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
Well, what's your vision look like?
Yeah, what you need.
What you need. Mm-hmm. I don't know what your vision is, but let me help you. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And again, you got to remove people out of your life that's trying to be a hindrance. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ken, go ahead and play that video that I wanted you to play.
What they don't know about. The moment somebody knows about something, they'll try to make it up. I ain't gonna lie. I ask God to give me strength, guidance, and clarity. Mm-hmm. I thank him every morning for allowing me to wake up in my right mind, blood running in my veins, and use of my limbs. Mm-hmm. But I asked for clarity, and he showed me a lot. And Tyler Perry had something. He says, sometimes people come in your life for a season. Everybody's not meant to be in your life for longevity. Right. He says, sometimes people are like rockets, the boosters on the spaceship. They take you up, and then they fall off because that's as far as they need to take. Yeah. I listen to that quote every single day for like the last 6 months. And I realize that now. There are people that have been in my life that were only there for a short period of time, and that was all God meant them to be. I also realized that people pushed me to a height, and that was as far as they could push me. Mm-hmm. And now it's up to me to take it, go the rest of the way.
So it's crazy because we had that conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Right? That was truly powerful. But when you start letting people go, it's like lightening a load. Because again, when you start walking into a certain energy, people think you bougie. Yeah. Right? People thinking, oh, you damn right I'm switching up on your motherfucking ass. That's the whole purpose.
No, for real.
Because in order for you to go where you're trying to go, whatever desires or whatever dreams that you have to become a new person. Mm-hmm. You have to. What you got to say about that video?
I mean, it's definitely relatable. Mm-hmm. And I can just, it's funny because going into 2022, especially after losing my brother in 2021, a lot of things just start coming into perspective. Just, you just start watching how people move. You watching who locking arms with who, not really on nothing not even on a jealous aspect. You just start realizing that even people that you introduce to other folks, mutual or whatever the case may be, that probably was a set trial for that person to be with, and it was just your time to move on. I've definitely have walked away from some 20 plus year relationships in the past year and a half. Some, solid with words, others words unspoken, but it is what it is. I think there comes a time when, sometimes you just don't even have to say. You don't even have to say nothing. You just got to move accordingly. Yeah. And a lot of times God will even put you in a position where you can't say nothing to somebody. You can't say, hey, I think that this friendship or this era of our lives are no longer going to prosper. It's been well. I wish you well. He'll put you in a position where those words can't even flow from your mouth because he's already taken care of the situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we say God is working behind the scenes, I really believe that.
Absolutely.
I honestly believe God sits back and really see how far you'll go with some relationships.
Yeah.
Some of them you should have let go a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Some
and we just keep on
in
the first place, and we just keep on pulling these people because we're so gone. Hold on, they gotta go with me. You gotta go with me. We got this. You gonna see me to the finish line. I'm gonna see you to the finish line, and that's not always the case. Sometimes they just there to pass on the baton.
Yeah,
and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, I really truly believe that people come into your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. I'm definitely grateful for those people and those things that have been removed so that they made room for the ones that are actually supposed to be in my space and in my world.
Absolutely.
Because we can have a space, but then you can have your own world.
Yeah.
And your own world is totally different from your personal space. Just me sitting in this chair right now is my personal space. But this studio is a part of my world.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be sitting here today.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken I don't know how long. But that's just how God works. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he knows just what you need when you need it.
Yeah.
Before you even need it. And I just feel like this past year has just been a conditioning state.
Yeah.
It's really been prepping us for the execution.
Absolutely.
And I really feel like, relationships that have been broken, bonds that may have been broken, curses that are continuing to break, it's all a part of his plan. And I'm just ready to keep walking in that.
That's it.
Now it's come to, you used to be butthurt when people were like, dang, we ain't friends no more. Well, I ain't talked to so-and-so, I don't know how long. Well, how your mama doing?
Yeah.
How your daddy doing? Now it's just like, I don't know. I wish him well, though.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
We're not even thinking twice about it because I just think that you can keep yourself down in this rabbit hole and you won't even live because you just tied to those relationships. You got to stop being tied and bonded down by these relationships.
Yeah.
You putting shackles on your own feet.
That's it.
Can't move. Dead weight is dead weight.
That's it.
No matter what it look like, no matter what it sound like, dead weight is dead weight. And you just got to be willing to accept it. When you come to when he realized that that's coming to your exception state to saying, you know what? It is what it is. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
But now we must move on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's how I feel about it. In a roundabout way. Because there's a lot of different angles that you can approach what he just said.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different angles.
A lot of different angles.
And everybody's not going to like it. Everybody's not going to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people won't even understand it. And a lot of times, a lot of things that come out of my mouth go over people's head anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can be the most simple thing. It can be I can say it in the most simplified way. And it'll still go, pew.
All the way over. It's like it ain't even brushed the head. It was like,
yeah,
it motherfucker went all
the way over. But then you have those individuals like yourself who sit behind the scenes and like, yeah, I see you. I was just out at a album release party, a listening party. Shout out to Pay Me, EXO, J Rock Obama. the best motherfucking show in town. Ask around. I put some motherfucking money down. Then my niggas. No. Then my dogs though. But no. EXO's his lady, shout out to Lola. She's such a sweet and kind-hearted woman. She was just like, Nicole, sometimes I just get on Facebook just to put your name in the search bar to see what you done said. She's like, you say so much without saying a lot. Mm-hmm. And every time that I read something that you share, I know that the words that you share with us is so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
And for someone who's known me for same amount of time, really 8+ years, mm-hmm. I never even really knew that she will go on my Facebook page and just pay attention to me like that. Mm-hmm. To pay attention to my writing, to pay attention to the pain that's not even really being truly displayed the way that I would want it to.
Yeah.
But you got to be mindful also.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be mindful with your transparency. But it's people like that, it's people like you who have stayed. Mm-hmm. Have stayed from season to season to season to season. And those are the people that I consider that's supposed to be in my world for a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you start maneuvering. That's how you start navigating. You start putting people in their rightful categories.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we even have to live like that and move like that, but that it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for individuals like that.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for individuals like yourself. There's so many people that I've locked on with over the years, but you know, just respecting how life moves, respecting how life works. Yeah. You just have to continue to move in grace. You got to continue to move in gratefulness. Yeah. And that's how I move. I move in gratefulness, and I'm thankful for the people that are still here.
Yeah.
People that didn't let small things, you know, ruin a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with Tyler Perry, because I mean that's the essence. That's the essence of life. Yeah. You lose some people, and some people are here to stay.
You win some,
you lose some. But you fight.
But you live to fight another day.
You live.
And that's what life is about, man. Life is about continuously fighting and continuously going through the trials and mm-hmm. continuously understanding that you're most likely going to lose more than you're going to win.
Right.
But I guarantee you that those victories that you encounter, those victories that you grab onto are going to mm-hmm. be worth so much more and feel so much more. It's feel extremely better than all the losses. Like when you get that one win, it's like the mm-hmm. losses that you've endured or mm-hmm. just the build up to the victory that you're supposed to have.
Exactly.
So many people believe that I got to know the master plan the right way every single time. But if you knew that and if you were supposed to have that, you'd be God. Mm-hmm. And that's just not reality.
It's true.
But again, you got to understand the losses, the lessons that mm-hmm. you learn mm-hmm. over time is there to help you build up to the emotion and the climax of the victory that's about to come.
Yeah. And you got to believe that.
You have to.
You have to believe that. You know, my dad would always say, don't break down until you get your breakthrough.
Absolutely.
Right? And for a long time, I agreed with that.
Yeah.
Don't break down until you get your breakthrough, but sometimes you do got to break down.
Yeah. You
got to break down way before that breakthrough so that God can understand that you really trust him.
Yeah.
Because if I walk around life so strong and I walk around every day and not take that breath and not let that tear drop, mm-hmm. I'm going to miss the blessing that I was supposed to receive anyway.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's cool to stay strong. It's cool to stay humble. But you got to believe that, all right, even if I do cry today, what God got for me is still going to happen.
It's still going to happen.
It's still going to happen regardless. No matter what you say, no matter what you say, no matter what you say, no matter what you think, what God has for me is still going to happen. It's still going to work in my favor. And there's nothing that you can do about it.
But people got to understand, when it's only going to happen, it's only going to work in your favor if you walking in the right path.
Exactly.
Right? You can't ask God You can't ask God to do these things for you when you're not willing to put in the work.
You got to be willing to put
so
in the
many
work.
old school folks. You know what I'm saying? These traditions, sit back and wait on God. That's the worst advice that they can give you.
Right.
God not waiting on you to wait for him because he's already there.
Exactly.
Come on, somebody. I just said a word.
Yeah.
God ain't waiting on you because he's already there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's waiting on you to get past you.
Exactly.
That's all he's waiting on.
That's it.
That's the only thing that he needs you to do. Because if it's already prepared.
Exactly.
He's only waiting on you to come to the table. He been sitting there. Like, damn, this food getting cold.
Exactly. Can I have another glass of water?
You know what I'm saying? Let me turn this glass of water into another glass of wine. Real quick. I'm trying to figure out if they're gonna be divine and get to this energy.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because come on now, I'm just letting you know that sometimes when you waiting, you're the only thing that you're waiting on. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to understand. This lady used to tell me all the time when I was in college, Richard, you got to get out of your own way.
It's true.
You got to get out of your own way.
It's true.
And I didn't understand what she was saying. I'm like, no, you're not. Get out of your own way. And so sometimes when you try to be your own source.
Right. That's when you fall short. That's when you really fall short.
That's when you really fall short. And that's when you never reach where you're truly supposed to go. Right. Now, if your life is just about money and there's a certain amount of money that you're just really trying to reach and you reach that pinnacle of that money that you're trying to reach, hey, okay, cool, I get it. But I guarantee you when you get that money, you're still going to be as empty as you was before you had it.
Yeah.
Because the things that you can get with money mean nothing because you have already obtained it.
Right.
The reason why people want what they want so bad is because they have the hope of obtaining it. But when you have the hope of obtaining it, it gives you all the energy that you need. But when you actually obtain it, like,
right,
damn, why did I want this so bad?
Exactly.
You know,
that's when you start remembering your why.
Yeah. Damn. So what's the next thing?
Yeah.
I got all this money.
There it is.
All the friends and family that actually cared, and the ones that I cut off that wasn't supposed to be cut off. I'm supposed to create those memories with them. But now I'm creating memories with people that don't care about me and don't have my well-being at hand. Yeah. And sometimes when you understand that people are meant to be in your life for a lifetime, a season, or a reason, what ends up happening, you end up, when you're not understanding the path that you're supposed to be going down, you tend to cut off the wrong ones. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You tend to fall short of the glory that you're supposed to reach because the glory that you're supposed to be reaching is supposed to be boosted or helped by the individuals that hurt your feelings before. Yeah. They didn't hurt your feelings because they were being malicious. Yeah. They hurt your feelings because it was something that you needed to hear and that you didn't want to hear.
Exactly.
So, people, I'm just letting you know, get out your own way, man. Yeah. Get out to remember what got you here ain't going to get you to the next level, but it will keep you in the same place. It will. And if you stay in the same place and you die tomorrow, that's on you. And that's one of the things I love about this financial education I help people with. Yeah. Right? The reality of, I tell people when you're building, when you're rebuilding and restructuring your finances, you have to properly build like a house. Right. Right. A lot of people try to build the structure before they build the foundation. Right. But you have to build the foundation. Exactly. Right. By the time you leave, Toby in the Wigway, he says, like, when I get done, I want to die because I have nothing left. Right. And when it comes down to restructuring anything in your life, yeah, you have to be able to build that proper foundation. Yeah. Because that foundation is the foundation that you're going to leave it all out on. It's true. When you that foundation got to be strong enough. Yeah. For you to lay it all on the line. And so many people try to get to the line and never get there. Exactly. So many people get right there and then turn right back around. Man, I don't know. I don't know if you ever saw that post. I use the analogy of squirrels.
We just like squirrels. A squirrel will go through so much just to get to the middle of the road, just to turn right back around.
Just to turn right back around. And
you get so close and still have an opportunity to cross the street. But they still turn right back around and go hop on their tree and watch their friends move.
Hold on, wait. It's even more powerful when you look at it like this.
Yeah.
They do so much to get to the middle of the street to try to cross, but they turn around and they die in the process.
That too.
Sometimes when you backtrack, you're killing yourself. Sometimes when that obstacle, when that obstacle is right on the other side of the road, but you feel like it's unobtainable because not obstacle. When that reward is on the other side of the road, but that obstacle is coming down the road at 80 miles an hour. 45 miles an hour, but you think it's coming too fast. Then you turn back around.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to get to the edge. You need to get to that point to where you think I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And take that chance. And you'll get there.
I'm trying to tell you.
You see what I'm like? Come on, man. Like I'm just saying to people, stop turning around. Because if you continue to turn around, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna kill yourself in the process. And it is nobody else's fault but yours.
But your own.
If you're going to go get the nut, baby.
I'm trying to tell you.
If you see that one, what's that squirrel? What? Ice Age.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That squirrel don't care.
That man was unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Boy got frozen in the glacier trying to get a nut. How bad do you want it?
No, for real.
You see what I'm saying?
Literally went back so many times to get so many nuts, and it was ridiculous. Just
ridiculous.
One squirrel.
One squirrel. But the thing is that
he was about that life.
He was about that life. But what it showed you was the fact that
perseverance. You got to keep on going.
You got to keep going. You're going to get trampled over. You're going to get beat up. You're going to get frozen in place. You are going to get thrown around. You're going to get body slammed.
Yeah.
You're going to get stretched.
Yeah.
You're going to get stretched. Mm-hmm. But the great thing about it is, guess what happened? The squirrel gets the nut in the end. Mm-hmm. But the perseverance that he had was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was like no other.
Like no other. You got to have that level of perseverance.
Yeah.
Now, was it easy? No. Sometimes he's like, man, listen, bro. And even at some point when he was trying to get the nut, he took a break.
Yeah.
He chilled for a little while.
Yeah.
But then when he seen it again, he was like, oh no, I got it. You keep getting away from me. I gotta get you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's really about how bad do you want it, man?
Yeah.
And what does it mean to you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But look at how many stages of life he went through trying. Oh, hold on, that's a word for somebody.
Yeah.
Look at how many different stages of life you got to go through in order to get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
You can't, and that shows the testament of the changes you have to make in order to get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
You cannot remain the same person.
You can't. Y'all excuse the little children. This is real life, okay?
Absolutely.
This is absolutely real life. Shout out to all the parents. This is real life. Shout out to all the aunties and uncles.
Absolutely. Man,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. For real.
Listen, and even that's an obstacle, okay? Listen, children are obstacles daily. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But either you gonna make an excuse or you gonna make it happen.
That's it.
I told my brother, I said, listen, I'm gonna have 2 kids on Saturday. He said, that's cool. I got Mark. Cool. So this was expected.
Absolutely.
So to anybody with real life children running around your house, when you see this, just understand we feel you.
Oh.
And don't nobody feel you. Nigga, we feel you. Listen, the stages of life. It's funny that you say that with my nonprofit organization, DKLP, you know, one part of my logo is the globe, and it's also a butterfly, and that butterfly goes through those 4 stages. And oftentimes we overlooked the caterpillar stage, right? That's where you getting fed. That's really where not just the planting of the egg and then the hatching of the egg, but that caterpillar is where you're fed and where you're nurtured. And right before you go into that cocoon phase, and while you're in there, you're being layered, but you're being broken down as well. Right? You got to be broken down to come out new, to be able to even fly with wings.
Absolutely.
People don't even, like, I encourage everybody just to go look at the cycle of a butterfly.
Absolutely.
Go look at the cycle of a butterfly. It's amazing.
Amazing.
We always refer to, pressure makes diamonds. Go look at the cycle of a butterfly.
Absolutely.
The butterfly is planted, born, hatches, caterpillar, goes to a cocoon, breaks down to even become something even greater.
And that's a word. You got to break down, but to become something greater. Your molecular structure has to drastically change in order for you to be ready and reach new heights. It sounds simple, and of course it's hard, but the people that are willing to persevere through the challenges,
right,
through the ups and through the downs and through the unknowns, through the nights to where you don't know if you're gonna make it or not. Your best victory comes from the unexpected moments,
right?
But Kanye said, when there's an opportunity, you have to take it. But when you take it and it doesn't work out for you, guess what happens? You still have to continue to grow. You still have to continue to get better. You still have to continue to prepare. So the next time this opportunity comes around, you're better prepared for it than the first time.
Right. What's that saying? Where you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take?
You do. And
so
a lot
not?
of the time you miss a whole lot more shots than you make.
Right.
How many? I don't know how many shots Steph Curry had to miss. To become one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Right.
I don't know how many times Larry Bird had to miss in order to become one of the greatest shooters of all time. I don't know how many dunks Michael Jordan had to miss in order for him to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I don't know how many obstacles LeBron James had to come through in order to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. We don't know what Kobe has to go through. The thing is the fact that you're witnessing the butterfly flourishing past the process in which they had to endure in order to spread their wings and fly. There is a such thing as the butterfly effect.
It is.
Definitely and you have to be okay with that.
You have to be.
Goodness.
You have to be.
Ken, what you got to say about what we talking about, Ken?
Hey man, y'all killing it right now.
And a lot of times when I'm on the show, I just flow. I flow with God, right?
Yeah.
And nothing is never scripted, first of all. And even if...
Don't that remind you of a show again?
Listen, nothing is never scripted when it comes to me. And this is for anybody that'll have me on their show, even after this. And the ones that I've been on in the past, nothing is never scripted. And no matter what I say, how far stretched outside of the topic or the question that was asked, there is a gem. there is a gem for somebody.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
You gonna get some type of message.
You gonna get something.
Some type of message. You gonna either hear the words that I'm speaking, or you gonna feel my energy through the screen.
Absolutely.
Either way, your life is gonna be impacted.
Absolutely. And that
either way,
you say that, and that's because with the show, that's how my show is.
Yeah.
Like when people come on my show, they ask like, "So what's gonna be the topic?"
Right.
I don't know. I let the interview dictate the conversation.
Exactly.
Right? Because I never want to be scripted. Now I do want to be organized.
Right.
But I never want to be scripted.
Right. It's a difference.
Because you get the most emotion.
Yeah.
You get the most authenticity.
Yeah.
You get the most impact
It's true.
Just like you get the best some of the best pictures you ever take by accident.
Off guard, yeah.
By off guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so some of the best advice that you'll ever receive in your life is just that. By accident.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, my computer teacher, we was learning the program or whatever.
Yeah.
We had to learn how to do a sunset through whatever software it was. And so what ended up happening was, you had to put together birds and things like that. You had to create like a whole canvas with trees, birds, things like that.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get my sunset right. And I just decided to throw the sun away. But guess what ended up happening?
Yeah.
It ended up being one of the best ones out there because when I threw it away, it made it look a particular way.
Right.
You couldn't tell if it was a sunset or a sunrise. Right. Because the streaking that me throwing the sun away made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, another instance was when I was in high school again. I went to, and I've talked about this before on my show.
Yeah.
But I went to what is it called? Solo ensemble. It's like a state situation, right? For choirs.
Yeah.
I went. We was in Austin, Texas, at the University of Texas. Was it University of Texas? One of them schools. And so I had to perform. I was singing a German song, and I knew the song. I knew the song like the back of my hand.
Wow.
But what ended up happening, I forgot the song after the first page.
Oh, wow.
When I went to perform it.
Yeah.
And so I stood there and I was irritated.
Yeah.
And the lady said, "You know what? It's okay. Do that first page for me again."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I did that first page again.
Yeah.
She's like, "Man, you sound like amazing. Like, I just can't like explain. Like, you just sound really good."
Yeah.
She gave me some pointers, of course.
Right.
But what ends up happening, right? I get back to school and I hear an announcement, probably like a week or two later. Congratulations to Richard Gibbs.
Yeah.
For winning one of the best UIL contests.
Yeah.
So what that meant is out of 86,000 students that performed, I was in the top 256 throughout the state.
Hello, world.
So sometimes when you make a mistake,
it
isn't the end of the world. Sometimes when you make that mistake, it is the best thing that can happen to you.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Uncle Ken. Go.
Hey.
Go do that, Uncle Ken. He said, 1 minute. He gave us the church finger real quick.
Hey, Mark, look, he stood right there. He said, "I can't deal with them no."
The toddlers have. Oh, well, here's the guest. All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right, say hello, everybody. You gonna say hello?
Hello.
You gonna say hello?
Hello.
All right. This is real life. This is real life, people.
It is.
This is real life.
She's mean to me. She just met me for the first time today, but it's okay. She'll warm up to me.
Yeah. Hey, pretty girl. All right, I need you to go have a seat. We almost finished, okay?
No, Mommy just being mad and he'll be mad with him.
Okay. Well, tell him don't be mean to Kim, okay?
I'll tell you about him being screaming at Mommy.
And Mark?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we'll get it together. I love you.
Mommy.
Yes. I'll give it to you just a second. Take the box.
No, don't take that box. King gonna be
No,
mad.
you can't take that box. I already told y'all couldn't play with that. See y'all later. No screaming. No. Real life.
I needed that.
Right?
I needed this.
Yeah.
Because one thing right now, the way my life's set up is that it's all me.
Right.
There is no job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's crazy is I lost my job
Yeah.
because they just couldn't understand.
Yeah.
I need to spend time with my children.
Right.
And so I was at a convention.
Right.
And so leading up to this story, so I got stuck in Toledo, Ohio because my truck broke down.
Right.
Right. I was stuck up there for a week. So I was gone for like 2 weeks straight.
Wow.
And so normally I'm back on the weekends.
Right.
And, I told my job when I first took, they were like, well, you don't have to, you won't work any Sundays if at all.
Right.
Right. But for some reason, they kept trying to get me to work Sundays. Now, mind you, I had worked like the last 3 Sundays.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And when I walked back into the office when I got back from Toledo, Ohio, I told him, I said, I just simply looked at him and said, I'm not leaving out Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got you. You're not leaving out until Sunday night. I said, I'm not leaving out Sunday.
Right.
He was like, why not? I said, because I need to spend time with my kids.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we can't make the changes. Take me off the schedule.
Right.
Take me off the schedule for this week like you did last time.
Right.
And so it ends up happening. I'm in the middle of a convention. I text my job. I'm like, hey, y'all got me on the schedule this week. He was like, no.
Right.
We decided to terminate your position.
Yeah.
What's crazy?
Thank you, God.
That's it. Now, do I know how things? No, I don't.
Right.
But guess what? I ain't tripping.
Exactly. There's no need to.
Because one thing I do understand is that one thing I'm not about to do is beg a job to keep me.
Right.
But I think it's God telling me.
Right.
When it happened and where I was when it happened, it was like,
right.
Now what you gonna do?
Exactly.
Like, this is the time.
This is the time.
Because this is the thing. If you're pursuing a dream, you got to understand, right? If you're going to continuously complain about what your job is doing and what they're not doing, but you don't have the faith to believe in yourself in order to pursue your dream,
right.
Guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up in the same revolving door.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over and over again.
And you'll see yourself unsatisfied.
Exactly.
You'll see yourself miserable, unhappy.
That's it.
You won't be fulfilled.
At all. At all.
Your purpose is just gonna continue to fall to the wayside.
That's it.
And you know what? And even now, I'm a contractor, so it's you know what I'm saying. A contract can end in 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 2 weeks, sometimes a day. It just depends on what it is.
Absolutely.
But you just gotta be willing to. You just gotta be willing to be like, all right, I deserve this break. Exactly. That's how I looked at it. Exactly. When my brother passed in 2021, I took almost 9 weeks off. No pay. Only thing that I relied on was myself. Yeah. Being a personal trainer.
Absolutely.
And that's what carried me. When I decided to go back, so May, I went back closer to August of 2021. I was working for a bank. MUFG Union Bank. Look, it is what it is. Remote job. They were based out of California, but because I took so much time off to grieve, and there was some material that they had learned in the midst, some procedure changes and things like that, they wasn't willing to teach me. So 8 days before my 32nd birthday, they decided to let me. My 31st birthday, they decided to let me go. But what was funny about it is. That Monday, I said, okay, God, what we gonna do? I'm going back. I'm deciding to go back to this job. But what we gonna do? And I knew something was about to happen when my manager at the time said, hey, I put you on the schedule for a one-on-one this Thursday. It won't be long. I knew then something was about to turn. So I was preparing myself, and I kept telling some of my clients, "Hey, it's a journey. It's not a destination. Absolutely. It's a journey. It's not a destination." And lo and behold, that phone call wasn't even 2 minutes.
That's it.
Phone call wasn't even 2 minutes long.
That's it. You know what's crazy? Every job I've had, I've run into an issue. Yeah. Every single, and it's always been with management. Every job I've had trash management, and it's okay. Yeah. Because I told myself, I said, well, Richie, if you're gonna be upset at them not doing what they're supposed to be doing in order to get you where you need to be, what are you going to do about you getting you where you need to be? Exactly. That's the question.
Are you going to bet on you?
Yeah. Are you going to bet on you, or are you going to bet on them? Because if you bet on them every single time, you're going to lose. If you bet on you, sometimes you're going to lose, but guaranteed you're going to win. Exactly. Because your victory is going to be greater than your victim. Ken. Yes. Well, they gonna get that. They gonna get that. play that video. Whatever video you had going. So this is just a complete transition, y'all, from what we were just talking about, just to end out the show, just to lighten it up, or whatever this case may be. Somebody, I don't know what this is.
So I'm gonna just play the video. I'm not gonna play the sound to it though. I just want you guys to see it. So you see, this guy's John Morant. He's an NBA player, superstar. For some reason, he keeps getting into trouble. One of his most recent incidents is that he played a game against another team. After the match, they were in the back rooms, you know, where the cars are at, and everybody's driving off.
Yeah.
They got in like a little fight with the other team. They drive off, but before they drive off, they see from John Morant's car, a red laser is coming out of the car, pointing to one of the NBA players. And security is immediately like, "That's a gun."
Wow.
That's crazy.
Now, from what I saw, the court, they can't do anything about that because, you know, there's no solid proof that it was a gun. But now you see in his video that he posted on Instagram that he had a gun in his in the video in the beginning at a party in a club.
There it goes right there.
Now, Shannon even spoke about this. We had Shannon clip earlier.
Yeah.
Shannon spoke about this, saying, "Why are you still trying to be hood when you got your family out of that situation, and who are you trying to prove to right now that you got to be this hood personality? Like you're out of that situation.
Yeah,
you make millions of dollars in the NBA. You're a superstar. There's no reason to continue going on that path or being surrounded by the people that you're surrounded by.
Millions don't always change your mindset.
But ain't that the whole circle of the show today? What got you here ain't gonna get you to the next level.
Exactly.
You can't maintain who you used to be if you're trying to get to somewhere you ain't never been.
Isn't he suspended now?
Yeah, he's suspended.
People have to be mindful. Like you have so many different eyes on you, sets of eyes on you. The responsibility that you have now is so much greater than those blocks that you familiar with. And I really think, first of all, young, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a people pleasing thing or a point that he's trying to prove to I'm still this hardcore, whatever the case may be. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it because ultimately what you're doing is degrading your own character.
That's it.
You putting yourself in a light that is gonna be dim eventually.
Absolutely.
It's so many young guys, you know, watching this dude, and a lot of them have respect for him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's things like that just to put a sour taste in people's mouths. Like that perspective is gonna change. Absolutely. Like your respect level is just, people are not gonna have that respect for you because there's nothing to prove.
There's nothing.
What you need to prove is what's supposed to be done on that court.
Exactly.
Don't nobody care about this gun, man.
Exactly, because you got to realize, like, at the end of the day, how do you want to be remembered?
Exactly.
What's the image? What's the legacy? What's the remembrance you want to leave behind for people to remember you? Because at some point, you know what? Like, let's look at local, you know, street level celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Even world celebrities.
Yeah.
But will never be taken serious in the aspect of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Right? You got a lot of these rappers, right? Yeah, you street famous. You may be street famous across the world, right? But are you famous in the right areas? Can your fame translate to another level in your life?
Yeah.
Right? And if it does translate to another level in your life, you still have to become a different person.
You have to
reach that level of person.
You have to
look at football players, right? In order for you, athletes will understand this. In order for you to elevate to a different level of the craft, you have to become a different athlete at every point of the game.
Yeah.
And then when the game is all finished, and you're now considered one of the greats, guess what ends up happening? You want to become a commentator. Guess what happens? When you become a commentator, you have to become a different person in order to be able to commentate.
It's all about the shift.
It's all about the shift.
It's a shift.
It's always been about that.
Yeah.
It's always been about that. So the question is, do you understand?
Right.
The drastic changes that have to go in your life in order for you to even reach the degree of person you need to become in order to reach that level. You're going to miss more shots than you make. You're going to get more no's than you get yeses, because even with me helping people with their finances and educating people on finances, guess what happens? I get more no's than I get yeses to help people.
Right.
And it's okay, because when I get the yeses to help people, the people that see the value in being able to be prepared now to be able to be ready later, guess what ends up happening?
Right.
They win.
They win every time.
Every time. And guess what ends up happening? Oh man, Richard came into my life and helped me.
Yeah.
What I do for a living in regards to helping people with their finances isn't my end goal.
Right.
It's only a part of my goal.
Right.
It's a part of the brand building.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
One thing people got to understand, again, you are going to miss out more than you win.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because the victories are going to be that much more sweeter. What she say? You gotta let your past be the salt in order to flavor your future or something like that. Now, that ain't how she said it, but that's a good way of saying it. You know what I'm saying? But
close enough.
Exactly, close enough.
Y'all get the picture. Just go back.
Exactly. That's it. But with that being said, is there anything else? Is there, if there was, because I haven't asked this question in a while, if there was one wish that you had, right, and you only had one wish to do anything in your life, no matter what it is, what would it be?
If I had one wish.
What that song Ray J say? One wish.
Okay,
one wish.
you know that song really just came into my head though, but it really did just come into my head though. No, but if I had one wish, I wish to touch the nations of young women and young girls who gonna come 10, 20 years after me with the words that I speak now.
That's not even a wish. That can be a reality. That can be a reality.
That's
and the only reason why I asked that question is for people to say what they wish for, and for you to understand when you say it, you can make it happen.
Yeah, it has to happen because it got to happen.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, what are some words that you would give to anybody that's going through a transition in their life right now, that they feel as though that they are not going to make it out of, or that they don't know when they're going to make it out of, if at all. So what's something that you have to say to people that's struggling right now?
The first thing that I'm going to say is not going to be anything cliche, right? It's just going to be the truth. The first thing that I would tell anyone is to take time, really, really, really take time with God. And really trust him even when you can't even trace him. You have to be willing to know and willing to believe that the circumstance that you may be in that very moment is not the end. You have to be willing to trust that God has already prepared a table for you. He has already written out a plan for your life. And the things that you may consider a struggle, the things that you may consider a burden, are every bit of the ounce of strength that you need to get you to the next level. I can't sit in this chair and tell you that my days have been peaches and cream, because I'd be sitting here lying to you. I can probably tell you I've cried more days than I've smiled in the past 6.5 months. But you know what? Because I knew that I would be out of what I was in, I kept my faith strong. I kept my mind clear. I found the joy in the little moments. And I think that's the key, is finding the joy in the little moments. You have to slowly, people always want to say, well, once you get past that, you can heal. No, you can start healing while you're in it, so that when you're out of it, you can live. Then you can really live. Why would I wait till I'm out of something to heal when I can take the time while I'm in it to prepare myself to really dig deep to the root so that I can pull all of that up. I want to take that root completely from the ground so that I can plant new soil when I'm out of this thing.
Absolutely.
You have to trust yourself. You got to trust the process. You have to trust God again, even when you cannot trace him. And surround yourself with like-minded people.
Of course.
Find your tribe. Whatever that is to you, whatever that may be to you, find that thing that you love, whether it's music, whether it's cooking, whether it's writing, whether it's just going to go sit by a lake. Find what makes you happy in those difficult times, because if not, you're going to find yourself in a mental warfare. And you're going to be so caught up and boggled down by these oh my God, overwhelming thoughts that you just gonna stay there. You're gonna become depressed and you're gonna become weighed down. You just have to find the light in every dark moment, man, and take those as building blocks. Take those as building blocks so you can get over that slump, you can get over that wall, and just press your way through.
Of course.
Keep your hope alive, keep your integrity strong, keep your faith. Like, fully rely on God.
Yes. Fully
rely on God through everything. And whatever that is to you, whatever your higher power is, whatever source you believe in, but ultimately understand that everything is connected to the Most High anyway. I don't care what you pray to, who you pray to, it all goes back to the man upstairs. Keep him in the midst. Keep him centered. If you have children, if you're a parent, don't get frustrated. Write down your feelings. Go to a field and scream. Put on some headphones and get in your tub and just listen to some music and zone out. Don't take nothing out on these kids. Understand that they didn't ask to be here. Be gentle with your kids. Be understanding with your children. Because a lot of times the things that we go through as an adults is a result of our parents putting it on us as kids. Don't do that to your kids. Don't do that to our next generation. My children are so dear to me, 3 and 13, a boy and a girl, and I'm grateful for them every single day. One is a warrior, the other one is a spirit child, and I'm right in the center as this now healed mother who's becoming an evolved woman. I speak these words to you, and I hope that you take them as they resonate in whatever area in your life. And just be willing to accept whatever God allows and grow forward.
Of course. And
well, and there's motherhood.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for attending and listening, watching, however you paying attention to us right now, to the Richard Ray Uncensored show. With that being said, I'll say it like this. Remember, y'all, what got you here will not get you to the next level, but it will keep you where you are. Remember, no matter where you are in life, you have to tear down to build up. But before you can build back up, you got to clear out the debris, right? And then after you do that, you have to build the proper foundation so your foundation can be strong enough to let you lay it all out on the line, right? Because that is where you want to finish. Again, where you start is not meant for where you are supposed to finish. So grow and go, because if you want it, you got to know. And so with that being said, again, thank y'all for tuning in to the Richard Ray Uncensored show, the show that your friends keep talking about and the show you got to listen to see. And Ashley Nicole King, Mama King, has officially been Richard Ray certified. See y'all next time. Thank you.
Peace.